You followed like much earlier, but so I missed some stuff. So that's one right there. So it was a nice little day. Like it was a. I started pretty late, but there we go. There's one. I already got Nogata. Togawaken, thanks so much for the follow. I like the Acolyte Lee Sin picture. It's two. Jamil 45, thanks so much for the follow. It's three. And found the Final Horseman 2. That's four. Thanks for the follow. And I'll add four to the number. So we have 11 more to go.
The Plat side banned out Womb's Nami. So, see how that goes.
More like Plat's a bunch of try. They're actually just banning out Womb and Regis.
Yeah, and Regis. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So that means they're like
somebody did their homework.
Yeah, that means Platinum definitely respects Womb and Regis enough. So I see it as like an honored kind of thing. Cause I remember like I did the collegiate game, and like we like beat like the first two teams or whatever, and my team passed on. And then like second team, like this was actually like last season. So like they like researched and just banned out Kale for all the games. Cause I like was playing a lot of Kale.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I was like, dang, I remember that.
Well, alright, so they banned out the safety picks, but they kind of left them with a
Morgana Graves. Yeah, that really is a good duo.
Yeah, that's a good lane.
Because the Thresh blind pick is pretty good. Like it's standard, but then like you get counter pick a little by Morgana, and the Graves is also just like a standard like really good pick as well.
Yeah, it kind of puts bottom lane into, as far as supports go, it's a little bit of a skill matchup between Morgana and Thresh.
Yeah, because even though Morgana enters the lane a lot favored, there are some little intricate things that Thresh can do, like baiting out the black shield, like going for someone else that gets a different black shield. Blind pick Cassiopeia, really interesting, and also Vlad on his trademark Udyr.
Alright, with this Cass and Katarina matchup, I think it's gonna depend on how well the Cass plays. A big thing with this matchup is when you say you Shunpo on the Cass, what you need to do is
the turn away. Yeah,
you need to turn away before you ult, and so we'll see if she even knows that.
That's the Reddit tech.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like this entire matchup is just skill dependent in general because you kind of like have to like know like the boundaries you can do of pushing up the lane. Because Cassiopeia really shoves the lane, but she has to do it like on like a mana kind of boundary. Like Katarina doesn't have that boundary, but she can't just push it as well as Cass can. And on top of that, I was gonna mention that Shunpo thing earlier, so you took my thought, but it's a really good thought as well to think about because it does maximize the Katarina play. But usually at that point, like Cassiopeia might be doing so much damage at that point to Katarina, but we'll see how it goes. But as we were talking, Renekton was picked up top lane, very like standard pick. But also, I remember what I was gonna say actually. Morgana and Katarina actually have some fair synergies together. Like, if we if Morgana gets the black shield on Katarina and she just like dives in heavy, like she can like kind of like safely like get her ultimate off without worrying too much about positioning stuff. Like as long as she has enough health to get through it, she can usually like a full ultimate off with like a Morgana combo. So, Ezreal Shen picked up, so it looks like blue team's comp is kind of slightly all over the place. Like they have like good engage, good fighting, and they also have good poke. So it seems like mint them together. And then
I don't know how I feel about the Shen into Renekton pick, because you're looking at two tanks. I feel like Renekton's gonna win that lane
Yeah,
just inherently, but hopefully Shen can get some pretty clutch ults out. And then the jungle jacks, I haven't really been a fan of. I
yeah.
think it's a little weak at the moment.
It definitely like you have to like when you pick Jack's jungle, you kind of bank on your team being able to have like strong lanes. I feel like they do have strong lanes enough. Like Katarina can hold her own. Renekton can definitely hold his own against anyone.
Right.
And then Graves Morgana also good. Like you kind of like have that safety insurance to farm up as Jack's jungle, but you have to realize like if like fits the team comp well, because hopefully Pulsar does go like tanky like by mid game. Like he can kind of afford to go damage to scare off Shen,
Right.
but when you do that, you just have to like make sure like because at a certain point, like Renekton can't really do much to Shen, and even at that certain point, like Shen can even fight back and win. Like it's a matchup of like not really like who can like win because no one's gonna win at that point.
Yeah.
It's really like who can do more not losing, and Chen can do a lot not losing because he could just like ultimate somewhere across the map, like push really hard.
Well, that's true, but I actually personally think Renekton has the better pushing ability because of his Q, and most Renektons build Tiamat pretty early.
Right.
So that's going to be what I would like to see is Shen pushed into his turret for most of the game. If he tries to ult out, I'd like to see Renekton get in there and hopefully stun him.
Yeah,
Or
or
if he
take the
can't,
tower. Yeah,
right? If he can't, make it in time, hopefully get that turret down and continue pushing. But
yeah. No, you're right though, because like the Renekton, as I said, like he can afford to build the damage early. When he does that, he has to really constantly shove Shen and make him lose CS for that. Like you can't be afraid of this matchup. Like you have to just like know that you can afford to go in and do damage. Like the one thing Shen can do to bring this back is like land some really great taunts. But so when you do mention Tiamat, it really is an important item on Renekton, as it is Riven, because Tiamat does cancel your animation. It doesn't give you an auto attack, but it does give you I mean it doesn't give you an auto attack cancel, but it does serve as an animation cancel. And when you do Renekton's W, it like has like
right,
a long lag like animation
yeah.
at the end of it. So you can actually use Tiamat to cancel it if you like do it correctly. So oh yeah, that's right. There's gonna be like slight delay, so I need to do like a screen share, I think. So hopefully it doesn't make the frame drops too much. So I guess we'll test it out. We'll see how like it goes into the game. If the frames get too low, I might just have to like maybe like do as like a duo commentary, I guess. I don't know, but because I forgot, I need to like have like the screen share, so you can like look through the Skype.
Well, I shouldn't need a screen share because I'm in the game spectating with you, so I
Oh
see
yeah, that's
everything as
right.
you do.
That's right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So as long as you don't rewind too much, or if you do, make sure you catch up really quick because I probably won't rewind. I think the directed camera does a pretty decent job of catching
Right.
most.
Sometimes it misses important things though. So
Yeah,
like I try and rewind to make sure I get everyone though, because like these games are about like everyone learning. So if like I see like a silver like make a play or a mistake, it's good to like highlight it so you know like what they did right and what they did wrong.
right.
So I guess you could stay at, like on the live track. I'll make sure to get really fast and like catching up though, because whenever I do rewind, I do like fall behind a lot. Like, because when I get to like late game, I could like, oh, I can catch up on this.
Right.
I could just no.
If if you do end up going back, just vocalize it, and then if you skip forward or something, let me know.
Right. Like I'll let
So
you know what time I'm at for sure.
yeah, so we'll kind of hopefully be on the same page.
Right. I'm gonna check the OBS real fast. Make sure I'm not muted. Oh, turn my mic up?
Hopefully it's not my mic. My
No,
mic is
no, they're saying turn my mic up because apparently it's pretty low. That's what. I hope you can hear me, but
Another thing with this top lane matchup we kind of talked about, I do believe Renekton has the advantage. Um, but one thing he has to watch out for is you're looking at a jungler with a leap and a stun, and your top laner, he has that dash taunt. So he's I think Renekton's gonna push a lot this game just naturally, but he's really gonna have to keep up on his wards to get Jax off of him. If Renekton falls behind and Shen somehow gets ahead, that's gonna be a pretty big disadvantage.
shout outs to Annie once again. Okay, so now the game's starting. I got the nameplates together. The power of science is amazing. Look at Udyr run. He's kind of little bobbing and weaving with his arms. So Platinum with this invade, like, okay, so Woong right there, like, she was able to get information that Platinums are planning something cheeky.
At this point, I'd like to see. All right,
Oh
so
yeah,
Red did it. I'd like to see some wards come out here because the trinket wards have a really low cooldown. You want to keep your eye on these guys if they're gonna invade.
right.
So, okay,
Oh,
so
okay, nice play from Morgana.
there we go.
Oh
Yeah,
no, Woong got hit,
maybe.
but she should be relatively safe. Like
Yeah,
the only person there to capitalize it was Udyr. And also level 1, like their team's not that damage heavy. Like outside of Cassiopeia, like being able to do like a, I guess Noxious Blast would do some wonders, but like they aren't really like the highest like damage heavy team level 1. Like they have a lot of damage, but well actually Udyr, not being fair, like Udyr does do a lot of damage with Tiger Stance, but he has to get into melee range to do that.
right. So Morgana's ward there. She landed the binding, took a little bit of harass back from it. She got her ward down, so that's pretty
And
much
she
gonna
got that
stop.
5 gold.
Yeah, well, more importantly, the 5 gold.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that's gonna stop any kind of harass or invade coming from blue side, or at least they'll see it coming for the most part.
So Tim on Jack's jungle going for the Krug start for the extra stun. Like both of them wanted to get that extra stun damage going. Um
Kind of a interesting bottom lane. Thresh and Morgana both started Q here. Um,
alright. I feel like I missed a lot actually, like everyone's at like half health. I'm just like whoops, I'm like looking at the jungles.
yeah, well, Thresh landed a Q, Morgana landed a Q, so everyone's
Okay, so everyone
disadvantaged.
just got taxed. Okay,
Right.
so I'm looking at top lane right now. Standard stuff. Renekton actually up on CS. Like he like Polisar's like not afraid of the matchup. He's just
Right. As he should be. I think Renekton will inherently win that lane as long as he keeps up on his wards, doesn't die to any
yeah.
crazy Udyr ganks. He should be fine up there.
Shen's gonna catch up on some PS though, because like there were still some like unanswered minions that Shen wasn't able to reach it. Like it is on his side now though. Okay, so pushed up and top lanes and okay, at least Polisar's knows to walks back.
Yeah.
And it also looked like as if he like had a ward there as well. Like
Oh,
he definitely
yeah.
didn't, but so with that, Tim on Jack Jungle was a little behind, but because of like Vlad trying to get a gank off, like it made it so like they're essentially back to even now with what they want. Or I worded that badly, but like essentially like Jack's got to catch up a little. Cause he was like up an entire blue buff actually in terms of like clearing speed.
Right. And then, kind of on the other side of the coin, as far as top lane goes, you said earlier that Shen was gonna catch up on CS. Renekton's in the exact same boat here. He has nothing
Yeah,
but a free farm going on.
yeah,
Um, Shen can't really harass outside of his Q, and yeah, see, it's pretty negligible
yeah.
damage. So Renekton's
Like
gonna get.
Renekton's Q heal is gonna definitely out damage or out heal. Oh, Vladimir is going for the sneaky level 3 dragon. So that's gonna give the team a little edge. I messed up. I'm actually gonna rewind real fast. I want to see like what's happening bottom because while this whole like dragon play is going on. Oh, right there. Like as I said earlier, like even though Morgana does have that edge, you have to really like be mindful to when you black shield someone else, like you have to know that you're in danger of getting CC'd.
Right.
Um, Good heal from Registo to keep Boom safe, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Like Registo died, and on top of that, Vlad was able to get the dragon. So right now, um, oh wait, but the kill happened at mid. That I missed. Okay, so
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
I'm trying to catch everything for everyone, but
Yeah, Ed had a
it
pretty
looks like some ramen. Okay, so he's gonna hit level
OP
5 here.
kill. That was pretty good though.
I'm gonna fast forward right now so it catches up. So Final Horseman just really disrespected the fact that some ramen was still there. So yeah, not much you could do about that. He's dead. Um, I'll zoom it up now. Catch up, and I'm at 510, going at 2 times the speed.
I'm at 5, almost 6 minutes. I'm at the current speed, and nothing has happened
Okay,
since then.
I'll just fast forward then. So Renting going back for his first purchase. He's just building full damage, which is definitely good. It definitely he needs the damage to pressure Shen early on before Shen gets super tanky. Like he might be able to get like a giant spell first back. Okay, so
That was
harassment going on Katarina. Ooh, but it
some
seems like Katarina
really
wanted to go back soon though.
ooh,
Oh
some
wait, but
really
Jack's
good
jungle.
damage coming out from Cassiopeia, but
Yeah,
not much coming out of it aside from a low mid and a low jungler. But
right.
that was really she fought off mid and the jungle.
Okay, so I'm caught back up to 645 now.
Okay, right at the same time.
Shout outs to the choo choo train. Be like right here, like
This is just Renekton showing that he is going to dominate this lane. He doesn't have to worry about the damage from Shen. Shen has to respect him quite a bit, and he's going back for his first buy, but he's going to lose a lot of minions here from the turret.
well, it'll be like a fair amount. Like he'll. Oh, I missed it.
Oh, he got that one.
I was looking at the teleport. Okay, so right
Well, not
here.
too much. I think he lost 2 from that. Yeah.
So Vlad. Okay, Vlad flashed for this bear stun actually, and he was like, yeah, some wrong was out of options there. So I have to be very mindful of when you're Katarina, while you do have a good escape in the form of Shunpo to minions behind you, you have to make sure you do have a minion wave behind you. That's why ganking Katarina is very tricky, especially as Udyr. Like I'm really surprised that Vladimir was able to get that. But Vladimir is showing why he's like really proficient at that champion. Let's see. I'm wondering, is he gonna go for like the like? I wonder if does Jack Devour usually or I'm like stumbling over my words right now, but does Jax usually go for Devour? Like I'd imagine it seemed like it because I always like imagine Jack's like the kind of guy that like wants to scale until late game.
Yeah, well,
But you kind of like need those like immediate combat slots like Warrior for like more armor penetration or.
Well, I don't know if you necessarily need immediate stats, especially if you're jungle jacks where you can farm in relative safety. But let's see. Going Devour gives him more attack speed. Alright, so it looks
Oh
like
wait,
bottom
whoops.
maybe overextended a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was a Thresh Hook.
Oh, okay.
Like the Thresh Hook brings the game back. I was like a little behind, so I was like trying to see how much I needed to fast forward.
Ooh,
Oh
that was a
no,
really
bear.
good hook. Oh
Yeah.
my. He's dead here, yeah. Thresh
Oh,
probably
that was
gets
a really
up.
good flash hook.
Yeah. That was a really good play by Thresh. But, you know, typical Regis over there, he's 2 deaths to Ezreal's 2 kills, and still about even in farm, so he's not giving that lane up by any means.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. Like Siri, the Ezreal, like he's just like he's going Sword of the Occult, so while you do lose a little of your lead when you go tier the goddess, like this Sword of the Occult's gonna like naturally ramp up
Oh
alongside
yeah.
with kills, so
Cat's she's a little yeah.
yeah. I'll just rewind for that actually. Like it's just like you have to be very mindful. Like while you know, like if you know you can do damage or not, you have to know if like there's someone like who could offset the 1 versus 1. Like that happened like the Singe game earlier. I was like, I can 1 versus 1 him. I can 1 versus 2 them. But then like 2 extra people came. I'm like, oops, I can't fight that.
Right.
So
And
pink word at the bottom. Hopefully it gets answered.
the problem with Udyr is while he doesn't have an obvious gap closer. Ah, they got another kill.
Yeah.
While he doesn't have an obvious gap closer, he's he's very very quick. So if you don't have some good wards set up, like Cat and Jax both died middle, and there's no wards in the immediate area. I'm not sure what happened with Jax because
It was just like a getting numbers and outdove. Oh
exactly.
wow. Yeah. Good. Oh my god. Oh, what an engagement. Like everyone really played out like their gap closers and dashes pretty well to survive, like and do damage and blah blah. Like I was like kind of like enamored with like the play from both Ezreal and Regis there.
Yeah,
Like it started off with Woom getting a crazy cage, but it had to burn Ezreal's flash for him to dodge it. So the Ezreal's flash to like that like fight made it a lot more even for Regis to get a kill off of that, or at least rather an assist. Um, Wait, I can't see how many stacks that is. Oh, that's 6 stacks of Sword of the Occult right now.
yeah. So it's a little bit more painful when Ezreal dies.
Right.
Um,
But it does bring Regis back into the game now, though. Oh,
right. Yeah.
I'll rewind for the kill on Renekton.
Hopefully, what I'd like to see, Thresh is gonna back. I'd like to see him clear this tri-brush here. You know you put a pink ward there, and they warded it. But if you're
Ooh.
not going to keep it safe, then it's not really a waste. But I mean, I think Morgana is keeping in mind that that thing is pink brushed. So this Shen is just not going down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, all right, there he goes. All right, so good run from Cat. It
Yeah.
seems like she
The
knows.
kill got answered for sure.
Yeah, it looks like mid lane's a little bit of a endeavor for her, so she went for a roam and it paid off.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do when you're behind.
But good play from Renekton, though. Like, he saw that with mid roaming. Like, he went middle to make sure, like, Cassiopeia didn't get the tower. So good response from Renekton to be very aware of, bomb lane getting into a fight, though.
Yeah, it was almost a good play from Morgana to get out of a pretty lethal Thresh hook, but she went back in for some reason, and she paid for it with her life. So
Right. So I'm back to life now, and Vladimir's just back in time to get the dragon. So
yeah,
not much to say about it because it's not like Silver Team knows about this.
right. It's at some point, it's not the support's fault. It's you got to keep tabs on that thing. In this meta, there's quite a few champions who can cheese dragon pretty early, so you want to at least get a ward down. At the very least, get some vision on the thing, so
Right.
stuff like that doesn't happen.
Well, even if you can't get vision on the dragon, there's a way to like realize what they're doing. Like if you're aware of like the buffs that they're getting on their profile, you see like on the top left, then
Right.
you can see like they're getting dragon buffs constantly from somewhere. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to see. But it looks like Cat just got caught out, and
Yeah.
more fights at bottom.
She got hit with the mid lane, and then the jungler came, and then Shen ulted.
Right.
So There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation, especially when you're about 60 CS behind.
Right. Also, what does make this lane tough for Morgana, while she is ahead of Thresh in terms of like inherent like how the kits match up, Ezreal does bring it back a little. Like one thing, if you're like fighting your Morgana, like to bring yourself back in that lane, like you just have to outpoke her. Like that's why people consider like Morgana Nami a favor in Nami's matchup because Nami can like out sustain her and outpoke her with like ebb and flow. Yeah. Like this is why it's like really tough for like Jax to get anything going. Like it was like a last pick Jax, I think. Like he's like
Yeah,
it's a very highly mobile team. Like you have to like gank mid because Cassiopeia is kind of like the easiest gank.
yeah. Like I'm not,
He's
I'm
getting
not too
flashes though,
sold.
but
Yeah, I'm not too sold on the Jax jungle at the
yeah.
moment.
Like maybe if you had like a Thresh, like that's why like because if Bear like got like a good like lantern or a hook, like I can imagine like
Yes.
Weeder being able to work. But oh yeah,
So, pretty good run. Good run from both teams actually.
all right. Not much to say though because oh okay. Looks like we have like a slight base race right now, but blue team definitely has the advantage with like they're already at the tier 2 tower, and like tier 1 bottom has barely been touched yet. Um, yeah, even like, cause even though like
Ooh,
the ooh nice from some ramen,
right.
even though
So
oh
what happened
whoops
there is Ezreal. I don't know if it was cockiness, but he very much overstayed his welcome there. He was really low against a Katarina, which obviously is never a great idea. Um, the problem with that is while Ezreal has some scaling items in Tear the Goddess and Sword of the Occult, uh, the entire purple team is pretty much a late game scaling team. Uh, well, at least in Cat and Jax. Um, the longer this game goes on, the worse it's gonna get. Um, hopefully, we won't see too many more mistakes like that. Got a bunch of people down bottom. There's a whole lot going on. Morgana goes down.
right, it's very tough to be behind against the like while you do have a late game scaling team, it's very tough to be behind the platinums team because they have like all these ways to like prevent them from like losing fights. Like they have like a Shen ultimate, they have a Shen
Here
teleport,
we go.
and
Yeah.
yeah, there's like they have like the picks with the Shen taunt. Like this is like right now, like if you look at the map, like I'll just like look at like the fog of war that Silver has to go through, and like look at like all this like offensive wards that like this pink ward, like I placed it here like a while ago, and I forgot what game, but yeah, this pink ward like helps out just like a little bit. Like even though like it might not catch people, like you do get a lot of knowledge. Like if no one's there, then you know like they could be somewhere else. Like words, like even though they don't give like the direct knowledge, they do give you like some form of knowledge. But some nice trading fights. I missed a couple. I'll go back for this one because it's moderately important. Okay, so something happened there,
Um.
and that's about it, I guess.
Well, pretty interesting here. Well, let's see what happens mid. Okay. All right. So Cat goes down. But what I was
Whoops.
gonna say is, it looks like we're deviating a little bit from the typical blue build Ezreal that we see. Looks like he's gonna go for a straight Triforce. So, and
Right.
rightfully so. When you have a Shen that is winning top lane, you've got a little more a few more defensive options in your corner, and on top of that, Udyr is pretty far ahead as well, and
Right.
you have a Thresh to protect you on top of that.
And usually, like when you go with a Triforce, it's because like you have like your lane opponent usually doesn't have like a Triforce as well. Like whenever Ezreal's fighting against anyone like a Corki or Lucian, like it's very tough to go Triforce because they also have like a similar Triforce spike, and their Triforce spike is actually arguably better as well. So like when you like go like this, like Graves had to be like a little behind with Infinity Edge, but
Yes,
but yet wait, I'm like stumbling over my words.
it's cool. Here
But
comes the third dragon for Plat team.
yeah.
So
But what I was trying to say, like Regis got like a small couple of auto attacks against Ezreal, and he was just able to like bring him down to like less than half health, which is really ridiculous. Like that's the strength of like Graves when he gets an Infinity Edge.
yeah.
Like Ezreal still hasn't completed an item yet, so he's still like if they do get like a legitimate fight, like Graves can still win it. Like despite
Oh yeah,
Ezreal being
absolutely.
like three
Without a
dragon stacks up.
Triforce, you're lacking attack speed. You're lacking as far as Ezreal's build goes right now. You're lacking attack speed. You're lacking crit. You're lacking life steal. So as far as a straight up one v one goes, Graves will, with his IE, will definitely have the edge on that.
Right. So I'll fast forward now because I'm a little behind. Tower's getting pushed down. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like it's so tough to be behind against the team because Cassiopeia like has so much zone control.
Oh
Like
yeah.
during like that entire like inhibitor tower getting taken down, like she was just like shoving everyone back just by like stepping
Ooh,
forward a little bit.
that that was interesting. I don't know if you caught that,
I'm
but
still at 2118, so I'm still not there yet, most
okay,
likely.
Morgana binding seems to have gone right through
Oh yeah,
pass.
the
I don't know if
deceptive hitbox.
I don't know if you saw that,
Yeah,
but
no, I caught it before. I caught it before I skipped through it, but it's definitely like sometimes the hitbox can be good, but other times like it's just I saw it 2 times today actually. Like that's the second time, but ooh, and the hook hits.
so going back to what you were talking about before with the Jax jungle and getting Witch Enchantment on your jungling item, you asked about Devourer.
Yeah,
Uh,
like he
I
seems to went with Devourer, yeah,
I
but
feel like maybe at some point Jax should have realized that this is not going to be a game where he can just kind of farm out stacks on that.
right.
So I take back what I said. He probably should have gone with the AD.
Oh, you got a kill right here. Let's go.
He did,
Okay.
but unfortunately,
Yeah, not much. Yeah,
Ezreal's sitting at 17 stacks on his Sword of the Occult, so probably not the best trade in the world. You know, so Ezreal gets his stacks, and you get 2 assists and a kill on the Jax versus a solo kill. So it's a little bit more of a gold difference as well as item stat difference. So definitely not the best unless he was able to go in and kill the Ezreal. That might have been worth it.
right. I mean, at this point, like you're like so far behind, you might as well just get whatever you can. Like even though like yeah, it does make the Ezreal exponentially stronger, especially if he reaches like maximum stacks. Like it's still like you're just trying to like reach what you can.
Well,
It's like bottom of the barrel
it's
scraping.
definitely true. You want to do what you can, but that that trade was 100% in favor of blue teams. So as far as trading what you can when you can, you got to kind of weigh the options of is this even going to be worth it?
Right.
And that was
Well, at that point, it's more like they're already too far ahead. Like whether he like did the trade or not, it's not really gonna prevent the loss.
well, yeah, I agree, but I
But
mean
you're
it's
you're
just
right though. Like once you like once
ooh,
like ooh
not going down without a fight. That's what I like to see. You were just talking about it. Silver team, Silver team is not throwing in the towel, and Ezreal definitely got a little too cocky on that play, and he paid for it with his life. Uh, oh wow, Udyr got out of that. Holy,
Yeah, Udyr's being Udyr.
yeah, that's about right. Uh, I don't know about that Morgana ult. She's by herself. She ulted Shen solo. As far as coming back into the game, that's probably not what you want to do.
Right. Well, I mean, it still isn't like the area where it's like you're so far behind, like it really kind of doesn't matter if you like go for it or not. Like if you want to translate it to other games, like where to improve from, yeah, like you definitely want to take note of like what you do ultimate and whatnot, because it was just an ultimate on a tank, so it's really not as desirable as it could be. But at that point, it's really like, oh wait,
Mm, I don't know if he's gonna get him.
now he's gone.
Oh, oh!
Nah,
Props to Graves there. He gave it his all. I don't know if I agree with Cass's tip
yeah,
yet.
buy more skins. That's how you get good at the game.
Yeah, that's a little over the top, I think.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna close off the spectator client now.
I mean, as far as plat versus silver, that's about as close as you could
Right.
ask for.
I think like some things to note like for every lane is I think like the big thing about him though is like just like be wary of like thresh hooks. Like thresh hooks like definitely like won them the game there.
Right.
Like even like if they were like eating like less thresh hooks when behind, like they probably could have brought something back or even like got a lead for the map. And I guess everyone in general like this is like a healthy tip for just anyone, like whether you're platinum or silver. Like you have to like really like take note of like dragon control. Like those dragons just went unanswered the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Um, one thing I liked from the Thresh is the Mikhail's Crucible that he built. That's probably the absolute strongest item you could build against a Morgana with her 3-second snare. She also has a stun. They had a pretty CC heavy comp actually on purple side. Um, so that was good of him. Keep the matchup in mind. I know they were ahead. That's probably why as real would not build Sword of the Occult
Right.
usually. So good of Thresh to keep his head on his shoulders and not in the clouds, and building that Mikhail's and showing a little bit of respect to the CC that comes out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I like building like active items on supports anyways. Like I feel like yeah, um whenever like they buy I forgot the soul seal, like whenever you buy soul seal on a support, like yeah you get like effective like extra stats. But it's so strange though, because you lose out on so many valuable actives. Like you lose out on like Crucible, you lose out on a Locket. Like there's like so many things I feel like you'd be getting like differently with Soul Seal. Like well, it is cost efficient. It's just like it's not my taste. Like I always go for like the raw stats or
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, it's just like Sword of the Occult. If your team is ahead early and you got that feeling in your gut that you're just gonna win, and go ahead. Why not build
right.
Soul Stealer? If it's an even if this were Plat versus Plat, I have a feeling we would not see Magi's and we would not see Sword of the Occult. So
Right.
it's a
Well,
little bit of
Soul Seal is a little more common than Sword of the Occult. Like you see, like even like high diamond games, like you see supports do it. Like you see
right.
LCS, like
But I mean, the point I'm trying to make is you wouldn't see it in a game where by the time you can buy, say you're Janna, by the time you can buy it, the game is even, like 5-5 or 6-6. There's a lot of
Right.
kills going on. There's a lot of action. Likely you wouldn't pick that item up because there's a lot of deaths going on. While there's a lot of kills, the kill to death ratio on those items is pretty tilted on one side right now since they made those recent changes.
Oh yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. But
So,
anyways,
as as a support man, I guess I would just speak from my own experience. If I were a support, if I built Majai's, I would only feel comfortable if we were maybe like 3, 4, 5 kills to 0 or something by the time that I could make it. So I'd need it would have to be a quite a bit of a comfort zone there
right.
before I pick something like that up. And obviously, Plat versus Silver, Ezreal felt the comfort zone. He picked up an early Sword of the Occult and definitely was able to capitalize on that purchase.
Right. So I guess I should end the stream right now. So I'm gonna end the call in a bit.
All right, man.
But anyways, I guess thanks everyone who tuned in for tonight. We got like a little like small nice follow train at the end of the stream. We got like 5 people from League, so awesome stuff to all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I'm still on like the train of loading up VODs. I added a new like playlist thing at the bottom. Like I updated my Twitch profile, so like there's like a lot more playlists to sort through if you guys want to see. Like there's like League solo games, like Platinum versus Silver, normals. Eventually they'll be ranked. So tell me if you guys like the whole Platinum versus Silver. Yeah, have a good night, Woom. Like tell me like if you like how like the Twitch page is formatted. I'll have um I'll have more VODs up soon for everyone, so don't worry about that. And blah, blah, I'm like running into blanks here. Like it's very late, so I'll just blame that. But like that's the thing. I want to try and like make Platinum vs Silver a little more evolved. Like this is like the stuff I want to take forward, like this whole dual commentary thing. Like I feel like it definitely got more lively. Maybe I should have added like maybe like some like small ambient background music, but these are like things we'll have to like talk about later though. Like this is like the small streaming family I'll call you guys. Like we have to like discuss this as like a small community, like where we can improve this experience better. Cause it's a very it's like this it's a nice experience. Like I want to make sure like the production quality always like gets better like week by week. Um Nothing much else to say, I guess. Yeah, like that's the thing with that. Like if you look at like the first couple of Platinum versus Silver games and now, like I think what we're like 50 or 60 Platinum versus Silver games. Like the production quality will always inherently get better as long as I take note of it. But hopefully I could just like keep getting like the follower attraction definitely does make a difference. Like like we got like what like 10 viewers just for normals at the start of the day. Like that's pretty big for this stream. And like when Platinum vs Silvers came on, got to like 15 peak. Like it was a little late starting. Yeah, I do agree. But the more followers, the more it helps out. Like hopefully we get the goal by Friday. Like if we do like a follow a day, we could definitely get it. So I can imagine we could do it. I might have, but in terms like for the rest of the week, I do want to do a lot of work though. Like I like kind of hit a stride with my portfolio project, and it's been pretty interesting actually. Like I want to get some work done with other classes as well, so I might have like a short stream in the morning for because this is Martin Luther King Day, so I do have the day off, but it'll probably be like a short Hearthstone stream if anyone's just gonna watch that. Um, I guess not much else to say though. If anyone wants to message me or talk or whatever, like you know where to contact me. Like there's like a bunch of ways to contact me. But anyways, I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. Have a great night. Sweet dreams to all of you. It's like 4 in the morning here, East Coast, so I'm heading straight to bed after brushing my teeth. So have a great night, guys. To all my beautiful and cute viewers out there, sweet dreams. Catch you.